Have you ever come across a certain point in time when you have felt like a perfume is super expensive and who on earth will buy this perfume, right? The same thing happened with me when I checked Ahmed Al Maghribi's Zumar. This is a perfume. This is a 60 ml perfume, by the way, which sells for around 9,500 to 10,000 rupee. And that piqued a lot of interest in my head. Like, why on earth is this perfume so expensive? Middle Eastern houses are known for cloning perfumes, right? Even Ahmed Al Maghribi has got a lot of inspired perfumes in their category. So when I saw this particular perfume, like 10,000 rupees for a 60 ml, I was like, who on earth will buy these kind of perfumes? Well, today I'm making a video about this particular perfume, and let me show you what this entire perfume smells like, how I sourced it, should you be even buying this perfume, and everything will be covered from head to toe regarding this particular perfume. So if in case you enjoy these kind of videos, I think this video is going to be super helpful for you. Now, how I source this perfume, let me tell you. So when I hit my 20k subs, I was actually looking for some interesting ideas, and I wanted to buy something interesting, and somehow this perfume came into my notice and I was like, what the hell? Like 10,000 rupees, 60 ml. And then I started checking, different websites from where I usually make my purchases, and I came across this particular perfume listed in ElixBloom for around 9,500 rupees. But still at 9,500 rupees for a 60 ml, that was too expensive. Thankfully, they have decant services as of now. So like I have always preached, advocated in my previous videos, if in case you are unsure, if in case you don't know whether you should be purchasing this perfume or not, but still you want to try that out, decant is the best way to go forward. So what I did, I ordered a decant, and I already know the owner of ElixBloom, so I get a hefty amount of discount when I'm purchasing from these kind of websites. So when I placed the order, they basically reached out like, Deepda, did you order a Ahmed Al Maghribi Zumar? I said, yes, I have purchased a decant because I want to make a review about this particular perfume. Good or bad, that video is going to be super interesting. They didn't say me a thing. They said, okay. But to my surprise, along with this decant, they basically sent me the full box along with the partial. And when I inquired upon why did you do that, they were kind enough to say, you are making a video, so it's better to show the bottle presentation and the packaging as well. That is the reason we are giving you a small partial along with the decant, just so that you can make the review. And thank you so much, ElixBloom, for supporting Saga like this. This means a lot. But to the viewer out there, I know there are a lot of skeptics out there. Just because I mentioned ElixBloom, you will be like, there are so many other websites out there. Why are you not stating about them? They are not doing this gesture for me, so why would I, right? But also, the thing is, as reviewers, we will always give shout outs to the e-com stores who are helping us out. But that really doesn't mean that you need to go and purchase from those specific websites and websites only. Do your research, see what works for you. If in case you're finding it somewhere cheaper, go ahead and purchase it. For me, it has always worked with ElixBloom. They provide very good shipping. The products are genuine. The support is awesome. What else to complain, right? So that is how I source this perfume. Now, coming back to the perfume. Does this perfume look like a 10,000 rupees perfume? I would say no. The cap is plastic. Okay, the bottle is a heavy glass bottle. The atomizer looks something like this. Not a pressurized control atomizer, at least that is what I felt. And if in case you have smelled bin shake already, this is kind of like bin shake, but there are some very high quality nuances that I would talk to you about, but in a minute. So when I initially got the bottle, I was kind of underwhelmed. Like, the bottle doesn't feel like a 10k, because now I'm judging this entire thing by the pricing of 10k. Does the box look very interesting as something that I can keep as a showpiece? No. There are other interesting boxes from other houses which are much better. Even the bottle presentation from other houses are better. Then what makes this perfume different? I was still asking. I was not getting the answer. Like 10k, what is the justification? Up until I used this perfume for some time, and then it kind of hit me. What makes this perfume so expensive is the usage of a very specific oud accord, which is called the Kinam oud. If in case you don't know what Kinam oud is, that is one of the most rarest form of oud, one of the most expensive form of oud, and this particular perfume has that particular accord. It's animalic, but it's also very smooth, airy, and it's not that skanky at the same time. If in case you have not smelled it, it's very hard to tell you how the entire experience is like. But to give you a perspective, imagine what a animalic skanky medicinal oud feels like, Hindi oud. Tone it down to a certain point where you still feel that animalicness, but that entire medicinal barnyard-like smell is kind of reduced. That is what Keenam smells like. It's a very luxurious form of oud, but only for those who loves oud. If in case you don't like animalic oud, skanky oud, in that case, this is a perfume which you will not like. Okay, for you, Cambodian oud is the best way forward because that's a more sweeter, more wearable form of oud in my opinion. Now, coming back to this particular perfume, I really don't want to spend a lot of juice because there are two things. One, it's expensive, and two, it stays like crazy on your clothes, on your skin. And the blend quality is kind of, in one word, if I have to say it, I have used this word over and over again. It's exquisite. It's majestic because it's a perfume that you will feel. It's very refined, and at the same time, the oil concentration over here is very potent. It's an Extrait de Parfum concentration, and in this 60 ml perfume, I feel that 40 ml or 35 ml is basically concentrated oil. That is what I have read. I'm not really sure, but that is what I have read. And the smell, it is kind of dominated by three particular notes. There is Keenam oud, which is there from the top note itself. There is a lot of saffron, which is kesar. There is some pear in the opening, which makes it fruity, but not like Afnan 9 PM or Ultra Male DNA. The pear over here is very subtle at the background in the opening. There is a lot of hint of roses. There are different kind of roses over here as well. And those accords are kind of very natural to smell. I am not really sure if 100% natural essential oils and extracts has been used over here, but the entire feel of this particular perfume is very natural. Something that kind of, gives you the feeling that it's handmade, it's natural, it's nothing artificial going on over here. Although I cannot vouch for it, I have no idea, but the experience feels like that. And for that particular experience, I felt this 10,000 rupees for the 60 ml was charged. It's not for somebody who's just looking for a perfume. It's for somebody who's looking for the perfume. You understand what I mean? When people go for designers and niche, what are they after? They're after the quality, they're after the experience. Because cloning a perfume, alternatives, inspired dupes are available from as low as 700, 800 rupees, right? Then why are people going and purchasing those expensive perfumes? One is brand affinity, I understand. Second is the quality, the refinement. Over here, you can feel that. But this is not a perfume which I would say is a blind buy recommendation perfume. No, it's not. If in case you have used Bin Shake in the past, this is like a much more upgraded top tier version of a Bin Shake without that loud crazy projection. Over here, it kind of exudes royalty in a way, because I'll tell you what has happened. I saw some reviews from different houses, and I saw one particular review from Rodney Bhai, the Perfume Experience channel, where he kind of explained it in a very layman way, and I kind of agree with that. There are two kind of rich people. One who's very rich and who would show off, and then there is the old money rich guy who would not wear something tacky, but rather his presence kind of exudes richness. So that kind of a person will tend to apply these kind of perfumes, because although it will not announce you on your face that, hey, I'm wearing something, but it will give you that slow, steady whiff of this particular perfume, which people around you will be able to notice, but it will not be on your face. It will be kind of a very lingering essence that happens with this particular perfume, which was something that I experienced after wearing it. But that being said, I really don't feel that this is still a perfume. If in case you are in school or college, you should even think about it. If in case you're above 35, you love oud-based fragrances, you're a bit mature, you can actually pull it off. And this particular perfume is not a very summer-oriented perfume or a winter-oriented perfume. This is kind of a very all-season perfume. So I mean, when Ahmed Al Maghribi was basically blending this perfume, they were, thoughtful enough to understand that this needs to cater to almost all the seasons, and this kind of, holds on to it perfectly. Projection wise, this is not a beast mode projecting perfume. It's a very moderately projecting perfume, but here, the projection will be around 2 to 3 hours easily. What I mean to say is, although it's not a very strong projecting perfume, but it's a very long projecting perfume. It will project for a long duration of time. In terms of the overall longevity, this perfume, if in case you apply it on your clothes, will stay for days on your clothes. If in case you're applying it on your skin, it would be there for around 7 to 8 hours easily on your skin as well. Depending on skin chemistry, it might differ, but if in case you're applying on your clothes, prepare for almost a day and a half to even 2 days. This will rest on your clothes without any issue. Now, if in case you don't know what the smell of bin shake is, it will be very hard for me to replicate or explain it to you as a layman. But imagine there is a subtle hint of rose, there is a subtle hint of saffron, like the typical perfumes with oud, rose, saffron that you get. But here, now amp up the woodiness, amp up the saffron, tone down the rose, add that animalic skanky oud, but minus that medicinal note. I know it's kind of complex, but that is how this perfume feels like. This is not something which is going to be like, wow, what a smell, but this is something that will make you feel like, wow, what a smell, because of the quality. Okay. Now, I really don't want you to buy a full bottle, and I will never ever ask anybody to buy a full bottle of Ahmed Al Maghribi's Zumar. Why? I still feel that the perfume is expensive if in case you get this in a bottle form. I feel that the best justification for this particular perfume is getting a decant. And I will ask you this, if in case you ever save up money and you want to try something in the oud based DNA, and you want to try something which is really highly refined, save some money and then get a decant of Ahmed Al Maghribi Zumar, if in case you're wanting to go into that particular direction or territory. If not, skip this. But if in case you're somebody who loves oud and wants to smell something which is really royal and exquisite, get the decant. You don't need to get a full bottle, because 2 to 3 sprays of this perfume are enough. And if in case you get a 10 ml decant, that are like 100 sprays. So technically 3 sprays, like 30 times you can use this perfume just getting a decant. And I think this is for, those special occasions that I feel that you should be purchasing or wearing this perfume for. So I feel decant will get the job done pretty easily. So that was kind of my review for Ahmed Al Maghribi Zumar. I know this is not those typical videos that I make on my channel, but I felt the necessity to talk about this particular perfume in this particular channel. And if in case you have any queries or concerns about this particular perfume or any perfume for that matter, use the comment section or connect with me via Instagram, which is Saga Online. I'll try my best to answer all your queries as soon as possible. So with that, I'd like to end this video, and this is Deep signing off. I'll see you on the next one very soon. Bye-bye.